Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I drive quite a few of our leads, usually through poor marketing by estate agents. A lot of properties that are on with estate agents should go through the auctions, and a lot of the ones that go through the auctions should really be on with estate agents. So sometimes it's about buying one from one place and selling it in another. It's like an arbitrage in a sense. So and this is again just a basic overview of it. You can go into a lot of depth, but if we say here, I'll do something local, so I'll go Wolverhampton for us, half a mile. We'll do oldest listed, and generally speaking what I'll put in there is something like cash only in the keywords there, and you'll see properties will come up here with that in the description. Useful little tool. So this one, for example, if I look at this property here, cash offers only, invited, blah blah blah, I'm going to assume the structural issues. The property has significant structural issues and offers are therefore invited on a cash only basis. That means you're expecting a low offer on this thing, and it's been on here since last year. Is it August last year? And the market's been fairly warm still, so considering it hasn't sold, there's probably going to be a bit of movement. And then what I'll do here is I'll take the address, I will put it into here, WV60LG, put it into here, and you'll see what they've sold for in the street. So it is a semi-detached, isn't it? Yeah. So you try and compare an apple and an apple, and that's a 4-bed semi 2017. That's the last one on that street. So this one is a 4-bed semi as well, after 275. You could go within a quarter of a mile there, see what else is sold. So it's a fairly decent area by the look of it. 420 Newbridge Crescent, that's the same street. Oh no, Newbridge Gardens. Okay, it's going to be close. 385 for another semi. You get the gist of what I'm doing there. You can also go onto the EIG that I showed you before, put the postcode in, 0.1 mile range residential, and see what comes out there, see if anything's sold. Let's go back on there and modify that. I don't think I clicked on, yep, all lots. It looks like there isn't any, no. So nothing on that street's been through the auctions. That's fine. So that's one I'd probably just put in the hopper, I'd put on a spreadsheet, and then I'd ring up about them. If you go into the next one, so this here, mining report available, so that's mine shafts, cash sale only. Mine shafts, I tend to steer away from them, I do, unless they give me a really big discount on them. I mean, you like the stuff that's got structural issues. I mean, that one there looks like it might have a bit of legs. There seems to have been an extension. I'm going to assume that that's been done poorly or without regulations or something. The vendor's change of circumstances, so there's probably going to be some motivation in that. Could be an issue. Yeah, building and structural investigations there. So we'd have a look at this. Now this one is going through an online auction, I believe. Yep, starting bid plus reservation fee. So if I get this address here, the postcode, put it into the auction software. so a little bit is sold around here. What's the street called? Romsey Road. Romsey Road 2017 back then. Okay, there's not much that I can see on there at the moment. Yeah, it hasn't come up on there. 4 Romsey Road sold 14th of September 23. Sold for 163. And this is number, it doesn't say. No, I haven't got the number on there. We could work that out. So it's got a guide of 150. The reserve on that's probably going to be at least 165, and we've got that sold at 163. So we can get a fairly good gauge of where this thing's going to go. You can look at that actually looks next door, to be honest. Let's have a look at the inside of the property. Yeah, it's old and dated. Perfect, that is auction property, and it's sold for 163. Yeah, that is next door. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to put this one in myself. And it got reduced on the 24th, so I'm going to assume that didn't sell as well. So that's another one we'd put in. I mean, based on the figures there, if you're looking at a 165 relative sale price, we'd be in on that at 100 grand probably. Starting offer, probably go up to about 115, depending on, obviously I haven't been to see the place. He could have completely messed up the property, could have built it without planning permission or whatever, and caused a few issues. So have to do a bit of DD on that. Cash buyers only, tenants in situ. Sometimes tenants haven't paid the rent, landlords are selling, they know they can't get a mortgage, something like that. So that might be a reason. Again, I'm trying to show you here that some of these things are poorly marketed, and if you put them in the right place where they should be marketed, you're going to make some money on the arbitrage between the two. And that looks like a decent auction lot. Yeah, that's decent. Merrydale Street, I know that well. Cash buyers only. I'm going to assume that's because it hasn't got a kitchen, but I could be wrong on that one. Yeah, maybe it's haven't got running water perhaps, so that's why it's cash only. So that one, let's have a look at that. Merrydale Street West, Penfields, not a great area, I know that well. $110 on the 26th of April. I mean, that's a little bit of an anomaly there. 135, 145, 129. Let's put it in here. What's the postcode on that? WV30RP. WV30RP. Filter by radius. WV30RP. 0.1 miles, as close as possible. All residential. It needs to be all lots. That can be the past and the future, of course, and it will show us what's gone on recently around there. That's fairly close, I know that road. Okay, 2022. There hasn't much been through there recently. 219 Merrydale went through in 2021. Okay, not much information there really. Get more from here. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm expecting I'd expect around 100 grand through the auction there or thereabouts. So we'd be in that property probably around 70, 75 grand, something like that. We do a 2-week completion. We could complete as quickly as the seller wants us to complete, to be honest, and that's sort of what we bring to the table. And a lot of this is a numbers game, this arbitrage, buying and selling, flipping through auctions. You need to play the game a little bit. You need to put your offers in and wait, sometimes 6 months, 12 months before they land, but they do. So that's a beauty. That there should really, that will sell more, probably, I can't guarantee, but that would sell better through an auction than it will through an agent. So if that's looking Requires full refurb, cash offers only, of course. Yep, that's a beauty. Okay, that there, Phoenix Street, Wolverhampton. WV23JT. Yeah, okay, not much selling on there really. WV23JT. All residential lots. Search. Phoenix Street, that's correct. 83 grand, that's 2016, it's a long time ago. Can't really gauge much from that. Semi-detached. What I'll probably do in this, I'd ring a couple of agents locally, get a feel for it, see what's going on locally. But you're not getting much. I know the area fairly well. You're not getting much below 120 now for even a 2-bed semi there. So we'd probably be in there at around 70 grand, something like that. Might not get it because that's marketed fairly well, to be honest, in my opinion. You'd probably get more in auction. If you guided that down at 30-40 grand, you'd get a room full of investors looking to buy that. So I think you're sort of getting the point here. Some of these properties are perfect for flipping through the auction, but they're actually being marketed in estate agency windows. I could give you an example, a real example of one that we did. I might have to open up a new page here. Let's see if that is the old ad. Yeah, it's no longer on the market. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can sort of show you something here. So this property, we actually bought this, right? Now it's a nice building, a little bit dated inside, it smelled a little bit. There's the pictures. Okay, and this was on through I Am Sold, through a local agent. It was on for 70 grand. It started at 90, I think. It went all the way down to 70. We found out the seller's name. We called them and we said, we'd like to buy it off you. We'll give you 70 grand. And it didn't sell at the 70 grand. We said, let it run through the last auction. If it doesn't sell, we'll buy it off you for 70. It didn't sell. Now, because the I Am Sold auctions have a £6,000 fee up front, that put a lot of people off. And we said, we're not prepared to pay that. You don't get that money anyway. That goes to the agents, and the auction house will buy it directly through the agent because she wanted to deal with them. We'd have bought it directly through her. She was out of contract, but she said, no, okay, fair enough. So we paid 70 grand for this. And we sold that property for 107, just because I marketed it properly. I put it back on Rightmove, how it should have been put on Rightmove by the agents in the first place. And we sold this, if you look there, the 110 for the flat, exactly the same one. We did spend 3 grand on this thing, but we actually sold it for 107. So I put it onto Rightmove. I think might be able to see the ad, I'm not sure. Well, here's a few pictures that I put on. So we just tidied the place up, new carpet, new bathroom, and then we sold that for 107, back on Rightmove. So it was on Rightmove before at 70, didn't sell because it was being poorly marketed. We put it on there at 110 with better pictures and better writing and communication, and we made 37,000 gross on it. So it is doable, and I hope I've given you a little bit of an overview